I have really been looking forward to showing you this recipe. This is a very fancy French dish. It's basically fish en papillote, which means fish in paper. That's all it means. And it's gonna cook in this beautiful envelope of parchment, but so easy, so delicious. I'm so excited. I've been waiting on this one to show you. Now, the first thing I want to do, actually, I'm going to cut up some green beans. Let's talk about the vegetables, because it's you can use whatever veggies you want in this, as long as you know they cook quickly. You don't want to put big pieces of potato in here. That's not going to go well. I'm doing cherry tomatoes. I'm doing some green beans. If I'm in the mood for asparagus, I'll do asparagus. And I usually cut them into 1-inch pieces. I halved the tomatoes. That way it's all gonna cook in paper, but you're cooking fish. So it's not gonna take 30 minutes. It'll take 12 to 15-ish. So we want things that cook quickly. When I cut down the green beans, it helps them cook a little bit faster. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a piece of parchment paper. For my recipe, you're gonna need 4 pieces of parchment paper, because this is for 4 people. I have 4 pieces of fish over here. But you're gonna get a big piece of parchment paper and you're gonna fold it in half. Once you fold it in half, you're gonna go ahead and cut to make a circle. It does not have to be perfect, by the way. We just wanna make a circle to be able to make little pouches for our fish. Now, while I'm assembling this, let me tell you where this recipe comes from. This recipe, when I moved out to LA, I started work, well, I was there for 3 days, and I got fired from a Victoria's Secret. It's a long story, but now I have no job and I have to call my parents and tell them I don't have a job. So I walked across the street and got a job at a restaurant called the Canyon Cafe. And the chef there, now think, I'm fresh in I'm like 18 or 19 years old. I just moved from Greenbay. The chef there is tall, tattoos, piercings, and I was like, oh my God. I thought he was the hottest thing I've ever seen. And wanted to get his attention. So I said, would you ever consider showing me how to make a dish? Like, show me how to cook. I don't know how to cook anything. And he's like, sure. So we went across the street to Whole Foods. Have you ever been to a Whole Foods? We call it whole paycheck. He spent like $40 of my money, which was like a week of grocery money, and taught me how to make this dish. So I'm gonna show you now. We were together for a little while. Clearly didn't work out, because now I'm married to an Apple nerd, and marry the hot nerd. That's my opinion starting now. All right, so let's go ahead and make a sauce. In here, I just put on one side of the sheet, I put the green beans, I put some halved cherry tomatoes, just like that. And then I'm gonna take my fish, and I'm gonna lay it right across the top. Now, I've got some nice fillets of cod here. I'm just gonna lay some cod right over the top like that. Super simple. Set that to the side for a minute. We gotta make a little sauce. We got some Stock Market olive oil in here. You can use one of their flavored olive oils if you want to. We're gonna go ahead and add in Italian seasoning, some oregano, and some smoked paprika. Now let's get a little aromatics in there. I've got 3 cloves of garlic here. Now, I will often love to put fresh mushrooms in this. Fresh herbs are delicious. This really is whatever you like to eat with fish, as long as you know it's a veggie that's gonna cook quickly. Or if you have leftover vegetables, you can always add those in there as well. Sometimes I'll add a little cauliflower rice along the bottom for a little texture. But I'm gonna go ahead and mince up my garlic here. And we're gonna add that right into my olive oil mixture. I also wanna get a little shallot in here. We wanna add some big flavors. Just because it's a simple dish doesn't mean we can't flavor this up. So we're gonna go ahead and take a shallot, cut it like you do an onion, just follow down those lines. Quarter turn. If it's a thick one, cut through the middle. This one we're not gonna have to. We can just go straight down. Keeping my fingers out of the way, obviously. Get a close-up of those nails. I actually did them last night. Who's proud of me? I do my nails like twice a year. Pretty proud of myself right now. And we're gonna go ahead and maybe I'll run my knife through this a little bit just to chop it up a little bit more. I did a dish very similar to this last fall at Gather. And I had to make it for 90 people, and everybody got their own little parchment, and everybody opened it at the table, and you get that drama of the smell that comes through, and the fish. It's just such a rustic, beautiful dish. All right, we're gonna add a shallot into our sauce here as well. Beautiful. I'm also going to want to do about a half a lemon, just to get some juice in there. Add some brightness. Fish, lemon, green beans, tomatoes, all go so well together. So go ahead and get a half a lemon in there. And a good dash of salt and pep. Now, I am for my fish. We're going to go back to the fish now. Let's go ahead and sprinkle this with some salt, with some pep, and then we're going to give this a good whisk. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do 4 of these. You're going to lay out 4 on a flat surface. And you're going to take a spoon. And you're just going to take, you can see this rich sauce, how rich this sauce is right here. So much flavor going on. See that now? That's what we're looking for. Nothing watery here. And you're going to spoon it over the top, almost like a crust. And what's going to happen is as the fish cooks, this is going to kind of adhere itself onto the fish along with drip and infuse into the vegetables as well. But let's go ahead and also do 2 slices of lemon. I want you to go ahead and add just 2 thin slices of lemon over the top. This is also going to help flavor this up, just like that. Now, it's done and it's ready to go. Let me show you how we're going to do this. You're going to go ahead and you're going to fold it over. So now you've got this half moon. Let's see if you can get an overhead on this, possibly. There we go, perfect. Now, starting on one end, you're going to fold just like this. And don't forget, we post this online. So if you ever need to go back and watch the video, you can. But you're going to continue to fold and crease as you go around. It's so easy. And you know what? If you're running late and you just want to crinkle it, you just go ahead and crinkle it. But this is kind of the proper way. Keep going all the way around. My oven is preheated at 425 degrees. Now, you can end here. Just finish crinkling it and tuck it under. However, stay right there. This boyfriend decided to spend more of my money. I was in a complete panic, by the way, when he bought these groceries, but bought a full bottle of nice wine and said we had just for literally 2 tablespoons to put in each one of these. It helps steam. This is how you just kind of gild the lily. If you want to take it an extra step, you add a little bit of dry white wine. When I do white wine, when I cook, it is a dry white wine, like a Sauvignon Blanc or a Pinot Grigio. That's about 2 tablespoons there. Just kind of tip it, make sure it gets into those vegetables, and then continue to fold. You do not have to do the white wine. Now, when you get to the end here, just tuck the bottom under like that and just put it on a baking sheet, just like that. And you're just gonna roast it for, I'm gonna say 12 to 15 minutes, somewhere in there. You can always, unfold one and just touch that fish, depending on how thick or thin your fish is. I have some ready to go here for you to take a look at. And then I always just pop one just like this on a plate. Let's see, let's look at this one. Ooh, just like that. Let's uncover and see what it looks like. Ooh, it made this sauce along the bottom. Can you see that? So the tomatoes, let me grab a fork. The tomatoes have cooked and made it super saucy. You can also pour it right into a bowl. If you want to, that fish is flaking away beautifully. Let's try it and see how we feel about it. The lemon, the tomatoes, the white wine, all of it is just here for me for lunch. And Sarah's excited because it's gluten-free. Let's try it. Bright, tender, healthy, delicious. I hope you make this. It's fantastic.